Okay, chismosas, we done being sad now, and I had so many people asking me to spill the tea about my divorce before this cheating ass ex. So let's do a story time, shall we? Okay, so here's the tea, so we can focus on some other drama. So in 2014, I met this other girl through some friends. Her name, we'll call it Marissa, okay? Because we're not trying to expose anybody. I know how wild you guys be. So I started dating her. I met her through a friend. She used to work at somewhere that I used to work at. So, we started talking and kikiing it up and whatever. So, this girl was originally super charismatic and she was like very, very attentive to me, like very attentive. And I'm like a words of affirmation girly. I'm the type of girl that you could like, I'm so simple. Like, you can really like win me over with like, just random things like words of affirmation, like, oh, you're so cute, you're this, you're that, like hype me up. I'm just like, I don't need gifts, I don't need anything. I just need somebody to be like, yeah, what's up? And she was very much like this in the beginning. So I was really young. I had just maybe turned 22 when I met her, fresh out of another relationship. And we started dating, everything was good. And then around like 2-ish years, we started talking about getting married. And I think she wanted it more than I did, but my family has always been like a type of family that like we believe strongly in marriage, and like all of my siblings are married, and it was a whole thing. So I felt like, okay, like I guess I'm gonna get married. And I was hesitant, but there was so many times where she's like, "Oh, if you don't ask me, I'm gonna ask you. If you don't ask me, I don't." And I felt like a little pressure, if I'm being honest. So I was like, "Okay, cool." So we got engaged, and then after we got engaged, there was like a lot of things that happened. Like my dad had cancer. I was struggling with that. Her dad got sick, and I had to be there for my family, and I had to help my dad and everything. And that's what I did because I love my parents. Now, fast forward, I believe it was 2018. We got married. It was like we kind of knew that we shouldn't have gotten married, but like we had already made all the plans and stuff, and we're just like, okay, let's do it. We got married, and then man, not even like I want to say it was like 2 or 3 months after we got married, I find out that she was cheating on me with one of her coworkers, a guy, a dude. Yeah. And I was distraught, obviously. I found out literally, I think, one day before our anniversary, not our like wedding anniversary, like our like dating anniversary. And I had bought her like balloons and all this stuff. And then the way that I found out is that she had like this journal out, and the journal was basically talking about how she was talking to this other guy, how they were planning on having kids together and doing all this stuff. And I was like spiraling, crashing out, obviously. I go wild, but we were married and I felt pressured. So like I had moved out, but I kind of like kept staying there sometimes. So because she would gaslight me into being like, like let's work on it, let's go to therapy, let's do this. Like I'm not gonna talk to him, whatever. And then after all that, then she was like telling the therapist how I wasn't paying attention to her anymore, how I was too focused on my dad's cancer, and that I wasn't around to as much as she wanted me to, and blah blah blah, and that I was like too depressed about my dad, and that she just couldn't handle it, and that's why she did it. After all that, I just felt like pressured because I was still married to her and I didn't want to let it go. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And I stayed like back and forth with her a little bit. And then I found out that she was still talking to this dude. She had deleted his contact on her phone. And then I saw she got a text message from, it said like, maybe this person, because she had deleted it so I wouldn't see. But it had a little moon next to it. It means that she put do not disturb on him. I wasn't 100%. I grabbed the phone number. I called it, found out it was him, and I was like, I'm done. While she was at work, I grabbed all my stuff. I moved out, and she was spiraling because she's at work and she couldn't stop me. And from that relationship is I learned that it's one and done with me. I'm done. I'm not doing this. There's two things that I will never forgive in a relationship. That's infidelity, and that's you trying to be physical with me. So yeah, after that she was crashing out. She's trying to get back together with me, and I was like, I'm a person that once I detach, it's over. Like I don't even think about you. So yeah, that was my other trauma. Yeah, that one was bad, but like definitely not as bad as this one.